If you're only using one way to create stutter effects using LFOs, you're going to have problems. Artists like Fred Again, Odessa, and Anima have really popularized this stutter effect. There are actually 4 ways to create this effect, and they're all used for very specific reasons. It took me years to feel confident about how to use techniques like this in my production, so hopefully this video will help shorten that learning curve for as many of you as possible. So let's jump into it and let's look at the 4 best ways to create stutter effects using LFOs. So the first technique, which you're probably all aware of, is using LFOs inside a synth like Serum. The second is using actual MIDI to create these stutter patterns. The third is using a volume ducking tool like LFO tool to create this stutter movement on any piece of audio. And lastly, utilizing effects plugins to create those ear candy stutter moments throughout your track. So without further ado, let's just dive into the examples. All right, so technique number 1. Most of you are probably aware of this technique because I'm sure you've stumbled upon a preset or two that has movement like this within it. The basic idea is that within any synth, you can use a combination of LFOs and envelopes to create filter or volume movement and get this wobble effect. So this is super simple. You're just going to engage a filter on any preset. It sounds like this. You can see that when we move the filter cutoff, it actually creates this kind of wobble-like sound. You're going to grab an LFO and you're going to assign that to the cutoff of that filter. The LFO itself, you're going to want to adjust to be a up to down shape. And here's where it gets interesting. If you turn on trigger and turn off BPM, you actually have a free rate that you can play with in order to speed up or slow down how quickly this cutoff motion happens. In order to bake in that effect, you just come over to any envelope, assign it to the rate, adjust it, and you can create movement, again, from high to low, moving through the rate modulation. And you could imagine adjusting this and getting it dialed in depending on your sound. So now I want to quickly bring up a preset that I actually heard from Odessa themselves in a Reddit AMA that they used as a starting point for their song, The Last Goodbye. So we can go ahead and hear this in the context of this idea and then with a beat behind it as well. This sounds awesome, but you won't always have the luxury of being able to manipulate inside of a synth. That brings us to our second method, which is how you can create this stutter effect with MIDI itself. So I want to pull up this sound here. This is just a simple, interesting pluck sound that I've created. And if you look at the actual synth itself, it's already designed to be a pluck. It would be really challenging to have to reroute all the LFOs and envelopes to create this similar stutter effect. So what I can do is a really cool trick using any arpeggiator inside your DAW to recreate the MIDI doing this effect in the actual MIDI roll versus in the synth itself. Let me kind of dive into that a bit. So if you pull up an arpeggiator here, all you have to do is find the setting in your arpeggiator that re-triggers the MIDI note. In Ableton, this is called chord trigger. If I go ahead and play a note on my keyboard, based on the rate that's set for this chord trigger, it's just going to repeat the note. And what's great about this is you can turn off this sync button and again have that free rate to be able to have a fast to slow or slow to fast transition with the MIDI notes. So you can imagine coming into the DAW here and drawing in some sort of pattern. So we could start by having a really fast rate and come down, or vice versa. You could listen to what that sounds like. And this kind of effect is awesome because you can also grab that MIDI. So if I actually create an empty MIDI track below the Serum, and I just select from the input of the MIDI track that Serum channel, and I record enable it, I can actually bake in this MIDI effect to this channel. And that allows me to go in and further edit the MIDI. I could now put any synth I want on here, any type of percussive sound, and get that really interesting wobble. The best part about this too is I could further edit this. Like, let's say once I got to bar number 2, I wanted this to turn into just simple 16th notes. So I could really easily come in here and create that effect. Pretty awesome. Let's take a listen to what this sounds like in the context of the full idea. Lots of possibilities with this method, and that brings us into our third example, which is situations where you don't have a synth and you don't have MIDI, but rather audio. This is super common. You mostly hear this with vocals and that stutter vocal effect you hear in genres like Stutter House, but the basic idea here is you can use any sort of volume ducking tool. My personal favorite is LFO tool to create patterns and stutter movement that you can do awesome and intricate things with. So let's take a look at this example where I have this applied to a vocal. Now, to understand this a little further, all LFO tool is doing is turning up and down volume based on a bunch of parameters. So you could think of these top nodes as the full volume of a sound and the bottom nodes here as 0 volume, or turning this down to nothing. So any shape you draw in, the volume is going to ride that line and create that kind of stutter sound. So first, let's take a listen if I turn this off to this idea without any stutter at all. Right, pretty boring, nothing really special about that vocal when it comes in and isolated, but if I bring a really cool stutter effect to the table, it makes it so much more interesting for the listener. And this is really simple. All I'm doing is taking the rate and again, automating the rate from a faster amount down to a slower amount during this kind of isolated vocal section of the song. There's obviously a ton of parameters within LFO tool that you can use and make this even more dramatic, but the basic idea is if you take any sort of volume ducking tool like this and apply it to any audio, and for that matter, you can also apply it to any MIDI, you can create these really awesome stutter effects. Now, along these lines, I just wanted to highlight a couple of other tools that exist that can create a similar effect. If you actually pull up any sort of auto panner plugin and you set the phase to 0, you can actually create this volume ducking tremolo style effect. Let's take a listen to this example, hearing this set to 16th note stutters. You can also use gates to create a similar feel. We can turn on a gate on the same example here, and the main difference with gates is you actually use MIDI triggers to create the rhythm that you want. So you can see here that I've drawn in a bunch of 16th notes on this MIDI channel, and I've gone over to this gate and selected that MIDI channel's output as the trigger for this gate sound. You can then play with the parameters within the gate to create a similar stutter effect. You can manipulate the parameters to adjust just like you can with all these other methods. Long story short, there are a lot of ways to make volume of audio go up and down. It's just about what works best for you. And lastly, we have utilizing effects plugins to create these interesting stutter movements. What's awesome about utilizing effects plugins is that sound designers have spent tons and tons of time creating a lot of presets that just do so much work for you so quickly. One of our favorites is a synth called Portal by a company named Output. There's so many incredible presets in here. I definitely encourage you to check them out. One of our favorites, Exponential Space, just creates this really awesome, intricate stutter effect. Let's take a listen to what this effect sounds like without Portal engaged, and then we'll play it with Portal. Now with. super awesome. And all those little details, sounds like there's a reverb being turned on, the LFO rate is going faster and then slower at the end. There's so many little details here that I don't think I would have naturally just thought of, but since I stumbled upon this preset in a Cool Effects plugin, it is really easy for me to implement into my song. And I wanted to list a few more additional plugins you can check out to get similar effects like this. There's Lifeline Expanse by Excite Audio, Transit by Baby Audio, super cool for transitionary effects, Sound Doctor by Unison, a ridiculous amount of options in here because it has this randomize button to create intricate presets, and one of my favorite filters, the RC20 Retro Color Filter. All of these effects plugins, you can take a little bit of time to get to know them, find your favorite presets, and also manipulate your favorite presets to kind of make whatever sort of stutter effect you want. And there you have it. These are the 4 best ways to create stutter effects using LFOs in your music. Hopefully this was super helpful, but if you're interested in learning more creative techniques like this, be sure to check out our Hyperbits Masterclass. And for all of you watching, we have a ton of freebies we like to give away, so be sure to check out all of our freebies as well. Happy producing.